Well, hello. I need to do a wee test because this is my first stream in a long time. This is Demon Jonesy, and I've been left with the reins, and it's terrifying, so I'm just going to check. Okay, no, seems to be sounding okay. If there's any problems, someone let me know in the chat. Oh, crap, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear myself. Yes, and here we are for the assist. Tier 1. At Imola. I will just call it Imola. I cannot remember what its full name is. And this is going to be the worst stream of the season in its entirety. Because it's very last minute. I've done no preparation, and I only know about half these drivers at most, but I'll learn as I go. And seems to be readying up. There's 16 drivers, 2 streamers, although doing it separately, I believe. And it's a wee test for Tucker. I'm just waiting for the timer to tick down. And we've got the sprint race, so it's short quali, is it? The sprint race, which I have not ever streamed on. There'll be something different. And Imola's historic. Tricky track though. With lots of dangerous curbs and chicanes, so let's hope that there's plenty of action to be had in both races. Majestics loading in, maybe? How do I get this to work? Here we go. In qualifying 18 minutes. It will set the grid for the sprint qualifying. And based on the practice, Platy looked really good, but so did Ross. Of course, watch out for Sun God. He's just the best. No sarcasm at all. Good. Wiggle! Maybe going on mediums? That'd be interesting. Jason is the first on the track, so we'll give him a watch. I don't know anything about this driver. So we shall see. I don't know what to expect from the Alfa Romeo here. Up the hill out of the hairpin. Chris Larkin. Again, not a track that I know an awful lot about. For me, this is one of the tricky corners, going up the hill here. Personally, I like the final chicane, the final sector from the chicane onwards, the last 2 corners. But not for everyone. Easy to invalidate or get penalties in a race. That wasn't the best, and I feel like he invalidated the following lap. So we shall go on with his teammate Sammy, who was in the practice session. Wiggles is on the mediums. Using that set early. I'll just get rid of that though. We know Wiggles is on those tyres, we'll see. into Villeneuve, and he's off of Villeneuve, and it's not going very well. There's Hyper. Hyper and the Red Bull did keep it on track through the first sector. Then Piratella, then to Aqua Minerale. I am reading this off Google, so apologies if I make a mistake. I know all the names, but the order not so much. And it goes down to the last two braking zones, proper corners. Out open DRS for that last little burst towards the line. And our first time was a 15.9, and I've seen Ross to a 14.8, I think it was. So we shall see, here he is in the half. 10.10, a 15 flat, nearly. Does go fast as Greg. Goes third. Thank God. P2. 10th and a half off of the top of the tables just now. Stick with Ross. Watch him go down to the last two corners. Fourth gear. DRS and P4. Josh and the Williams coming up to the last corner. Another driver I do not believe that I have met yet. Ooh, this fastest, a 14.6. Nice job. There's Wiggles getting on in these mediums. Majestic and Commence still in the pits. 10.10 and Aquarius. Also back at base. But I don't know, I can't remember, I have done this track, I can't remember the delta between the tyres. I also don't have the chat open, so... I don't know how to get it. I am so rusty. Here goes the Ferrari. I imagine we beat Chelsea's. Time of 1:25. So we're getting to the 15s. No, 16.5. The slowest competitive time we've had so far. Platy goes P5. He's doing more than that in practice, so... Should be able to go again. Sammy Style went P2 in that time though. Great lap. Got a yellow flag which is in the way of my timing. I don't know how long's left. 11.5 minutes. Let's watch something else. Go back on with Jason, see if he's improving. Currently in P8. Teammates in P2. And he's just returned to the pits. Sector 2 is 7 tenths down, so no. And coming up to the Sector 2 time, a bit of a wiggle there. It's finding good time now. I need to a little bit more time to challenge, but invalidates. Maybe trying to find too much time. Let's watch Majestic in the Aston Martin. He's just coasting, so maybe let's not watch Majestic. Is anyone on a lap? Let's Chelsea going? Doesn't look like it. Sector 2 time. No, definitely not. So commence. Oh, someone was in the gravel. That must have been on an outlap. But watch. Commence. The nice purple and yellow helmet. Oh, there we go. It's McLaren with no front wing at all. The Alfa Mati is the only McLaren member. So that's not great on your outlap. Down in P12. That wasn't the cleanest exit out of that Imola rally there. Same purple sector, doubt it. I was seeing that in practice all the way through. Majestic's coast lap, a 1:31. Maybe just another lap, bringing the tyres in, or maybe he made a mistake. Here we go, and it is P9 for the Red Bull. Not bad. Ross, P8, just ahead of Clement. The 10th up at the end of the first sector. Found another 10th near enough. That looked very nice through there. Not that I have much to compare it to. 2 corners left for the Russian or not Russian coloured car. And goes P2. That was a bit closer to the practice session. Well, he did claim that he only did 2 practice laps, so maybe he's still getting to grips with the track. Here's Sun God in the Mercedes, which I must admit I still prefer in the black. Oh, that was messy. It looked like he missed turn 2 and he's backed out. Majestic jumped up to P8 in that time mode. What about Sami? Let's go back on board. Currently P3. We'll be looking to see if we can get back on the front row again. And there's a 10th. That would be enough. We'll keep it clean. Well, of course, there's still plenty of time. We're only about 10 minutes in. And does jump up. Less than a 10th behind Josh's provisional pole time at the moment. We've not gone on board with deflated wheels, so let's have a look at the other Aston Martin. Both Aston Martins, 7th and 8th. Let's see if they can improve in the 4th row of the grid. 10th so far. Aiming for 10/10 time of a 15 flat. Off the line and goes third. Very nice. The track does seem to be getting quicker. Or the drivers at least. And Platy picks Josh for first. Nice lap. Showing that practice pace. Still time for another run though. What about Aquaris? Sorry if I don't say her name very well. And that applies to anyone. Fun God, I don't know if that says, if I'm saying that right either. So many things I could say. Alfa Mati has invalidated, currently last. Not far off though, not far off. Piper, but Chelsea But look at Chelsea in the Haas. Probably could have been a little bit cleaner in that sector and is nearly half a second down. 10-10's on an out lap. There's Wiggles on a push lap. Yes, yes. Oh, and Josh retakes the lead by exactly a tenth. Back on provisional pole in the Alpine there. Wiggles has backed out. 10-10 is just about to start a lap, so let's go on board and watch this from his point of view and see what he can do. Currently 7 on that 4th row with Sun God, but there's still lots of time for change yet. Yellow flag, we've got a red bull recovering to the truck. The first sector time coming up now, quarter second. We're looking to get into the mid 14s if you can. Well, mid to late. Can he challenge for that front row pole position? Sector 2 will give us a better idea. 4-10. Well, looking good if you can stay valid. Quite tidy through there. And don't do what he did in practice and clip that wall and validate with lap time. So he does go faster. The benchmark is now a 14.508. Anyway, Piper goes into the pit. So looking for someone on an out lap. We've got Sungod, I think, is the first one to start. So let's stick with Sungod. Personally, I find the first sector pretty tricky, that chicanes, but he makes his way through. Can he make a significant improvement like 10-10 just did? The track is definitely ramping up a bit. This have to be one of the very few times that I've commentated on a short quali. Back in the old league days, it was always the full quali, apart from on the F2. That's a totally different story. Sangov was a 10th down in the middle, finds enough in the final sector to improve it by a 10th, but stays P8. Is there anyone I'm not giving any attention to? Is Aquatis about to start a lap? Oh, Greg retires. Greg's had enough. I want to look for the fight up top. Oh, Josh in the Williams. I said Alpine earlier. I always get that blues mixed up. Coast now looking to start their lap. What about Wiggles? I've not showed him for a while. He has started his lap, as has Ross. But I do want to keep an eye on the drivers up front. Who can 10-10 cling on? He is in the pits. He will retire. He is done. But everyone behind him, apart from Greg, looks like they're going for one last attempt. Plotty starts his lap. Josh is still on his out lap, as is Hyper. Wiggles 2/10 up. He could definitely be in the fight here. Yep, Sammy's very close. Ross will cross the line. No, I think Ross has backed out. I think Ross has given up on his lap. Wiggles invalidated. Sammy's invalidated. Platty's invalidated. So let's watch. I'm going forward with Josh. It looks like everyone else has bottled it at the last attempt. Unless someone from further down can really string a lap together. Feeling it nice and tidy, really tidy. It doesn't take much. That improvement will be enough if we can maintain this through the rest of the lap. Sector 2 time. It's looking pretty good in this sector, and he's found almost another 10. 2 braking zones, 2 acceleration zones. It's just cars in the grass, left and right. All he has to do is match what he did last time, and he will have pole position. And he does. A 14-3. Josh will start qualify. Well, it's not pole position again. First, isn't it? He will start the short qualifying from first. Pole position is obviously for the main race. Getting my terminology mixed up. There we go. Very nice lap at the end. And he did look fast throughout qualifying. Hyper are all just trundling around the track. So wait for everyone else to finish up. And then we can move on. I don't know if there's a break before the sprint race. I'll just have to see. I don't know if anyone is in the chat. I don't know if anyone's watching. I don't know how to access this. It's been so long since I've been in control. It looks a bit different to when I used to do it all the time. But hopefully I'm not butchering it too badly. Yeah, close fights up and down. So we've got Josh, 10-10, Platty, Ross, Sammy, Wiggles, Deflated Wee, Sun God, Majestic, Commence, Jason, Chelsea, Greg, Hyper, Aquarius, and Matty at the back. There we go. Just over 10 seconds left. That's a shame. Watching the McLaren at the back. Very much like watching real life when it was in Bahrain. And it hurt me extremely. So as I have not ever done a sprint race, no sprint qualifying race, honestly, fuck this. Sorry, language. As I'm watching the pits. There we go, we've got the countdown. So there is not a break. Maybe there's a break between races. Who knows? I don't. I know nothing. Literally nothing. Actually worse than Sun God. That's saying a lot. So here we go, the countdown has ended. And there's my view of the cars. There we go, predicted stop strategy. Pretty much identical. But I'm not really sure why you picked to go on the hards. The back four all starting in the mediums, going for the alternate. All the top 12. Into the soft tire. As Josh leads him round, getting temperature in his tyres, brakes. Tyres and brakes, I should say, not tyre brakes. That ugly Williams. This year's Williams is a much nicer looking car, if not that much faster. Although, in the hands of Josh, plenty fast enough in that previous session. But can he hold on to it and get pole position for the end of this? Will be 16 laps of fun and games. And here comes my daughter, so apologies. Charlotte, it is 8 o'clock at night. It's not lunchtime. You're not getting anything else to eat. This is bedtime. Yes. 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 8 o'clock, I already told you. Which means it's bedtime. It's actually your bedtime.
Wait, now.
Yes. You go away, please. Go get your jammies. So apologies for my little drama there. I've not got a very good angle. Here we go. The lights are out now. 10-10 versus Josh versus Ross. Ross gets a good start. From his point of view, how do you like that? We've got 10-10 on the other side. Oh, and we've got carnage at the back. Wow, we've got carnage. Chelsea and Commend are out. Wiggles has dropped back as well. Blacky's dropped. Dropping behind Sammy as well. Dragging up the hill. Manages to get up close to the back. And traction out the hairpin. I'll say the top three, if it's like the real life, the top three score points in descending order. Oh, and we've got a spinner in the back, that's Greg. On the mediums, drops to the back of the grid. Didn't catch what happened there. Don't know if there was contact. Chelsea will pull up Mervyn before the first corner. That is unlucky. That there is still the main race, and anything can happen. And Jason going on the Sun God. That was a terrible camera angle, and he gets the knock down. Oh, Sun God's off though. Did he try and fight it too much? So he'll try and recover. Obviously every position gain is, every position, like every overtake is a position gained in the race, the main feature. Up front, Josh, half a second over 10-10, half a second over Ross, and half a second with Thomas, very even up front. Which all of the top 10, 9-10 are all separated by less than half less than a second each, but that was Alpha Mati having a spin coming out of Aqua and Mineral. Is anyone in a position to make a move? 10 turns, it's the fastest lap as he tries to close in on the race leader. Sprint qualifying leader. To put my right teeth in. DRS is, of course, enabled now, which could be very helpful to those behind the leader. Like I say, but this will be a big DRS train, which could pose an issue. Some style will get back inside that second. Ross getting very close with 10 now. That's Marty again. And then McLaren. Then Villeneuve. Deflated lead. Jason Davies. Both have penalties now. But it was an easy track to get penalties on, I find. And here we go with DRS. This should be routine for the Alpine. What is technically turn 2. Job done there. Classy. Got past Ross. He wants to get involved in this fight, and that's a spin for Greg on the hard tyre. Once again, it's up to the Ross, and it's it is a tricky corner. I'm getting a lot of oversteer there myself, but I am nowhere near as good as some of these drivers. There we go, top 4 very close, and that was very close from Platy as he just saved it. And Alpha Mati has DNF. Is retired. Sun God is in the pits. Will be 14th. It will be 13th if he carries on. Josh is not close enough for a move at the turn line. He cannot take that place back a lap later. Anyone else close enough? What about Pajestic? Trying to get 7th place of Jason. We do have penalties ahead. If you can stay close enough, good gain. A couple of easy places there. Ross and Sammy battling into the hairpin and out the hairpin. Cosa. Honestly, really quickly. Never say that. Sun God is off again after turn 4 by the looks of it. Deflated V cutting that part of the corner there. He will not want to pick up too many penalties. Josh looking very close. Looks like the 10 is going to have no answer here as he goes into the pits. 10 bails for his stop. Clarky is now chasing down, and is now the race leader, Josh. We're expecting them to come in for their pits very soon, as we've got Deflated V in the gravel by the looks of it. So very much a race of incident for Deflated V. And we're not even halfway yet. What can 10-10 do? These medium tyres give enough grip to effectively do an undercut to keep the lead of the race. Oh, Platy getting a penalty there. That might hurt him later on. Sammy style, penalty free, within 2 seconds behind, so see how that affects things. They are not picking it. I think the predicted strategy was lap 7, so maybe this time Platy is going for the lead, side by side. Oh, very much like Max and Lewis last season. Josh has to bump over the curbs. It maintains second place. Majestic is into the pits now. The field is spreading out, but we'll see how it goes when everyone has made their pit stops. The top 6 all yet to pit. Deflated Wee retires in the pit lane as Wiggles gets a penalty. He's stretching his legs a little bit. Box, box. Josh does not box. Josh carries on. As does Sammy. So I want to see Kenton. See how he will fare as Platy comes out the pits. Is the early stop benefited or hindered Kenton's chances? He was in the race lead, mind, and he will take the position over Platy. Ross looking to fight with Platy. Both have made their pit stop. Is there any hope for Ross to get past? Platy was showing lots of pace before that stop. The top 4 all still to pit, but of course Hyper and Aquarius have both started on the medium, so they'll be going, maybe pitting in a lap or 2 and going on to the soft. Aquarius is going to take the race lead by being the last one to pit. And yes, it has been effectively an undercut. Ross even jumps Josh in the pit stops. The early stop, getting free air and fresh tyres, has benefited as 10-10 goes deep into the second part of Villeneuve. Platy so close to a move. And look at this battle resumes for the top. Really the top 5. If you take Aquarius out, once he pits, it will effectively be the top 5 in this race. Who are the next leaders? 10-10 leads them at the moment with Platy all over. All of the battles up. Ross, Josh, still in it. Sammy, and Platy of course does have that penalty which could play a big part in how this race, and of course the next race that forms the grid, how it plays out. Ross almost following Platty through there. That was really close. Snap over here as well. Not really. All 1010 has to do is stay clean and stay within the 3 seconds of Platty to maintain pole position, but he's got a big fight, probably to the end of the race. Oh, but he gets a penalty. He does not stay clean. I jinxed him. So now Ross is looking good, but please don't get a penalty immediately after I say that. It was like in practice, I went onto different cars and they kept having incidents when I was watching them, so I feel like I am a curse. The 1010, if he wants to get that position, he's going to have to take it on track. Platty's setting the fastest lap. Could just be a little bit too fast. Oh, 1010 has gone. How far will he drop? Down to 5th at the moment. Should maintain that. Unless his tyres are cooked. So now it looks like it's down to a 3-way battle. Up front, Platty needing to continue to stretch, but going wide, going to be pushing his luck about another penalty. Oh, Platty's got 8 seconds then. Okay, he's screwed. I did not think to... He must have got a penalty for speeding the pit lane, maybe. Three seconds to 10 to 9 to Jason and 6 to Wiggles. But yeah, 8 seconds to Platty. Should knock him out of the point scoring top 3 at the moment. But he's gonna keep, still got pace. He can keep going. And it's something to keep him going though. Look at Sindor down in 12th, a minute behind Greg. Like, applaud the drive to carry on. Of course, anyone else could retire. Give him an extra place on the grid. Who has gained the most so far in this race? Hyper and Aquaris. Up 6 places on the alternate strategy. They should have good pace to the end of the race. And they will, well, Hyper especially, will gain a position on Jason. The penalties. Yeah, good race. Josh is still in this fight, has dropped 2 places from first at the start, but is super close to Ross and Platty. Sammy Style doing perfectly good job, perfectly decent job. And maintain that gap to the leaders. Should, at this moment in time, get 3rd place for, in quotes, tomorrow's race, for the actual main Grand Prix. Ross is looking real feisty with the Ferrari here. Trying to stay close enough during this last sector to get and make use of the DRS. Still in a real fight on track, the Hyper is within DRS and striking distance of Jason. So I'll keep an eye on that. See how that develops, but this top 3 battle is definitely the closest as Platty weaves about to try and break the toe. Don't really know why. He surely knows he's going to lose that position anyway. And Ross does take the lead. Josh will be wanting to follow through. Ooh. Look at this. The Haas leading the race. The Williams fighting. Get past the Ferrari. Get that first position. Maybe, if he could stay close enough to Ross. Challenge. Oh, a bit snappy there. Oh, once again. Driving like that is not going to help. Sammy's closing in as well. Piper did overtake Aquarius, and that's Majestic off at Aqua Mineralis. Recovering. It's going to lose that P8 to Aquarius. Have to watch out for Wiggles behind. But yeah, quite a few spins and incidents, but I imagine it is quite a regular feature in online racing on this track. In my career I have numerous flashbacks, so the spins can be rectified. This top three, on track at least, are super close. A lap and a half left of this sprint qualifying. Into the penultimate corner there. Penultimate braking zone. And I think technically this is a corner as well, even though it really shouldn't be. Platy goes round the outside of Ross. Which does mean that Josh has a great chance on this last lap to maybe make a move on Ross to get pole position once penalties are applied. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, he is out! Josh pushing too hard onto the curbs. Loses it on the last lap. Started first, but will drop down. Right down the order. We'll start there with the other retirements down at the back of the grid, so he's going to have to fight through. I know he's got pace though, but here we go. Crossing the line first is Platy, but too many penalties. Makes Ross the winner. On pole position, Sam Styles going to have a front row start. 10-10. Second row, fourth place. Piper and Jason are battling up to the end, but Jason has penalties anyway. Piper, fifth place. That's actually a great recovery, up 9 places. On the alternate strategy, finishing on the softer tyre. Aquarius, Majestic, Jason, who had a lot of penalties, Wiggles, Greg, eventually. He's had a number of trips off the track today. And I don't know what happened with Sun God. But he's had issues. He will start next to Josh in the 6th row of the grid. Last across the line is Greg. There we go, that was our sprint qualifying. Oi! Let's see if I can use any moments to try and work out how things are working. Because I have no idea. Now I didn't get any information about any weather at any point. I assume it was just dry. But Ross will start. A very nice pole position, but look at that fastest lap from Platy. Massively quick. The Sun God's fastest lap was a 1:21. I don't really know what's going on there. Is he not... Did he disconnect? Was that the AI driving? Or I don't really know. Because you get 4 seconds off the pace. 3-4 seconds off the pace. Something seriously wrong. So now we wait, I guess. Oh, gone back to the lobby. I did not know it did this. Is that normal? No, because it says qualifying. So yeah, I got to redo it. Like, hey, I guess it's not an actual feature of the game. It would be nice though, wouldn't it? If it was an actual feature of the game. Hey, I got to go and set the grid now. Change it to the 50% race. Yeah, I'm such a noob. That's such a noob these days. I may have streamed over 100 races for the previous league, but I'm a noob on this game. And with this setup, guess I got to go join another lobby. Do I get invited or do I have to go find it? I'll try and find it, see if this works. There we go. I don't know why I didn't have another lobby. I don't know. I don't really fully understand. But there we go. 32 laps. And I am going to go and, well, check on my daughter. Make sure she's getting into bed. And I will hopefully rejoin you in time for the race. And I'm back. All is well in the demon household. My little demon is ready for bed and gonna give me peace. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Never guaranteed though. That's just readying up, so fingers crossed everyone is in their best mindset, all ready to go. And hopefully Chelsea, you get a better start to this race and no one murders you. Because yeah, murder is never good. Hopefully all wheels are pointing in the right direction for the first lap. Although, I do like a little bit of drama. Yes, keeping the wheels on the car is definitely a good start. But yes, it's nice to be watching you all racing again. Hopefully this is another enjoyable race. There was plenty of action in that race, so a little bit more of the same, especially for the battle up front. 5-minute break, I am told, or it says in the chat. Enjoy this, Jonesy. Well, we'll see. It was either do this or try and get 10-10 to do our co-op career, and it's Monaco, so I mean, I don't know what's the better option. Maybe a bit of streaming for a little bit of change of scene. Who wants to do Monaco? So an answer to my weather question, it is perfectly dry, so I don't know if they have the weather on. I don't really know how they work it for the sprint, like the quali, the sprint, and then the Grand Prix, and especially being two different lobbies. Who knows? This little one-off stream that I'm doing. Bit of an emergency call-up. It's been well over a year and a half since I streamed myself. Like I say, I used to do it quite a lot. Over 100 races on the 2019 and 2020 games, as well as the racing. Now I have no interest in league racing myself. And I feel like the streaming is just maybe the odd cameo appearance. I did stream as soon as I got an Xbox Series X after 14 months of being away. I did join All Race for a Sunday race, but I wasn't streaming. I wasn't in control of the stream, so let's see, is there anything worth looking at? Tyres, the top 10, all on the softs. Josh on the mediums. He'll be looking to make up for that last lap crash that dropped him at least 8 or 9 places. Hyper and Aquaris changing tyres there. There's still a few minutes left. People can make up their minds. Deflated Wee, Alpha Mati starting on the hards. Commence and Chelsea will be looking to make turn 2 at least. since they crashed on the first kink, which is, I think, technically turn 1. Yeah, we'll see. There's still time for people to change their strategies. I'll have a look at the tyre choice again as the countdown begins. There is the countdown. The 5 minutes are up. So what is everyone's choice? 10-10 on the hards? Chorus changing to the softs. 10-10 back to the softs. There we go, the time is almost up. Formation lap? Yes. There we go, formation lap for this. The Grand Prix, the race 2, proper race 2 of the season. Last time out was obviously Bahrain. I don't know how it went. I must admit I didn't watch any of the races last week. I actually had to re-download Twitch and Discord just to stream this and get some information. Yeah, I don't tend to follow league racing all that much these days. As much as it would be nice to keep in touch with everyone. I will enjoy this while I do it. Maybe our other streamer tonight on his little practice will be able to take the reins for next week. So, yeah, Portimao, I think's the next race. That is one of my least favourite tracks on this game. In other games, it appears it's great. I just can't get to grips with it on this game. There's just an awful lot of spinning. Right. This track tends to be one of my better ones. There we go, predicted stop strategies. Soft to hard and medium to hard. About 3 laps apart. The mediums will last a few laps longer. As you can see, first place is not ideal, as he cannot angle his car very well. He's got to accelerate and turn immediately. But there we go, everyone on their spots. As we get ready, the lights to come on. Can I get a front view? Can we get some lights? There we go. There we go. But yeah, Ross is going to have to watch, not head for the grass straight away. There we go. On board. I want to see his battle for first. He's pushed off the grass. Tries to squeeze through past Ross. 10-10, going to go around the outside. He's going to go too deep. Over he goes. Cuts the corner and we've got spins at the back for Chelsea and wiggles. Not a great start for Chelsea this time either. But the wheels are still on the car, which is the most important thing. Majestic up to 6th gets overtaken on the outside of 10-10. By 10-10. Lots of side by side here. Josh looking to make amends. Gets past the Alpine. Greg will be hoping to have a less incident-packed race himself. Couple of spins. Meeting enough so far, apart from the Chelsea Wiggles battle. So 10-10 dropped a couple of places. But managed to keep it pointing in the right direction at least. A bit over-ambitious. Deflated V straight into the pits. They must have had damage. Obviously I can't see all of the action. I hope to catch as much as I can. So if you're watching this later, apologies if I don't see something that you wanted to see. Up front, Ross still leads. Sammy Style and Platty, the top three remain the same. Jason up 4 places. Yeah, the softs doing well, but Josh on the mediums has made up ground himself. That seems like Hyper, not so much, down 4. Jason on lap. 1.5 is already got a penalty. Deflated Wee bringing out the yellow flag there at the end of the first sector. DRS is now activated, but not on this straight. Can he go for it though? Is he going for it? Sammy does. Very nice move without DRS. Takes over the lead. Got Jason on Platty here. 10-10 keeping a watchful eye behind. Both Jason and Platty picked up quite a few penalties. Oh, and we've got a spinner. And that's Hyper. And he's lost his wing. He's lost his front wing, and that's very unfortunate. He's going to have to trundle around, make his way back to the pits. Struggling to get going by the looks of it. Here we go, DRS this time. Chelsea another penalty. Oh, defence, late defence from Sammy. Holds the lead. That's quite late. Look at this, look how close. How close do you want it between the top two here? Chelsea retires. Not going his way. Her way. Sorry. Really sorry. Jason going off track there, I believe. Like 10 through. And we've got another incident, and that is Sun God. Definitely more Sun God today. Drops down to 13th behind Clements and Alpha Mati. Side-by-side action here. Wiggles enough. Mati on that hard tyre going around the outside. Hyper speed in the pit lane. Probably going to retire. And there he does. Sun God once again having a spin. Yeah, Alpha Mati doing a good job. Oh, getting a wee bit of a nudge there maybe. Obviously having to brake a little bit earlier on these hard tyres off the track. Whether there was a wee nudge encouragement, I don't know. And 10-10 is spun, is he? 10-10 is off track. Sorry I missed that. Action everywhere, drops down to 8th place. Up front. We've got 3 drivers, a second apart. Ross, Sammy and Platty, some of the contenders for the sprint. Battling out again. Sammy trying to go around the outside of the chicane. What a good move. Must have got better traction, or maybe Ross made a mistake coming out of the bottom of the hill maybe. Didn't quite see. That'll see that now gives DRS back to Ross. Sammy taking the inside, but cannot brake late enough to maintain that position. Platty just biding his time by the looks of it. Hasn't really made much of a move for the lead. 10-10 makes up a place, but it looks like Aquarius was off track. Nice angle to see a difference in traction there. Platty definitely looked like he got good traction. There's a little bit of field spread now, but we've got Josh closing in on Pajestic, so that's another battle I'll have to keep an eye on. 10-10 will be looking at closing that battle as well. But for the lead, DRS back to Sammy. Ross defending this. It's quite a powerful DRS here. And Sammy goes for it. He takes the lead. He did not defend that overly heavily there. But, oof. Yeah, close that gets. And for the back, Majestic has lost out to Ross. Josh. Josh on those mediums working really well. 10-10 closing in. Words. Why do I get asked to stream? I can barely speak. Yeah, can Majestic hold on and get DRS off the back of Josh? 10-10 is now within Hodges, the DRS. Thereabouts at least. Platty has made a move for second place before the back straight. Oh, sorry. But here we go, two DRSs, they're both battling out. Sammy is maintaining the lead. Platty holds on to second. Ross third. Majestic did look like he kept DRS. At least to defend. We've got Commence and Greg further back. Both on the mediums. Both having better races than the sprint qualifying earlier. Commence retiring it pretty much straight off the grid. Greg having a number of spins, and there's Pajestic getting a penalty. Up front, Ross is able to follow really closely. We have noticed. And quite a few trucks in this game, it is hard to escape the DRS. Like, you might have the pace to get the lead, but DRS can be really powerful. There goes Ross versus Platty. Ross has the inside, both have DRS, but Ross cannot make the move stick. A bit further back, Pajestic, 10-10, and Josh. Ooh, Pajestic a bit out of shape, 10-10 a bit out of shape, and we've lost Jason into the gravel at the first chicanes. Aquarius will be looking to get through on Jason as he Gets his tyres back into a good window. But he went too deep, and Wiggles is going to get a sniff of an overtake going up the hill. He does take that 8th place. He's looking to take that 7th off the Alfa Romeo. We've got a spinner, and that's Majestic is in the wall. Safety car, full safety car for Majestic coming out of Mineralis. This obviously lost traction by the looks of it, straight into the barrier. So, pit stops. Ideal time, I guess, for those that want to make their stop now. Josh. Everyone will be going on to the hards. What about Alpha Mati, who's already on the hards? We're going to go in and try and get the mediums to the end? Is it possible? I don't know. Soft. Well, Alpha Mati will definitely be pushing again. As will Greg. And Platy. Platy is going aggressive. Platy's going aggressive on strategy. Has picked the soft tyres, where everyone else in the top 9 has gone hard. So he'll be looking to gain that lead and streak away. Then pit again for a set of fresh mediums. Or maybe another set of fresh softs, who knows. Fascinating strategy calls. 3 drivers on fresh softs. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. In terms of penalties, we got 10-10 on 3, Jason on 9, Aquarius obviously on the pit stop, got 5 seconds by the looks of it, and Alpha Mati 3. We'll trundle along. Everyone's built up their ERS again. Platy will be eager to get on with this race. Alpha Mati is back in the pits. But still soft. Don't really know what happened there. Don't know why that pit stop was necessary. Unless he picked up damage somewhere. Right. He will catch the back. He's on the softs. I thought maybe he had given up on that strategy, but no, sticks with it. Ooh. I just spilled my juice. Balls. Well, hopefully I can clean that up before the safety car comes in. that before the safety car came in. I did see that there was a penalty for some collisions. There's the Sun God, I think, who then came into the pits, served his penalty and put on the mediums. But Clarky has gained the lead. He will need to pull out a gap. He will need to just get his foot down, because he has to make one more stop. Oh man, I cannot believe I made that mess. It's such bad timing there. I'm so disorganised to get back into this. Whoa, Sammy! Sammy has binned it, and we've got a VSC. Oh, nearly spilled my juice again. Oh, hiccups. Oh, gas is not going very well. Full safety car once again. So, very dramatic turn of events this last few laps. 2 safety cars. Now, this doesn't really play into the hands of Platty, because he'd start to stretch his advantage. And now it's going to be reduced back to 0 when he does have to make another stop. So, I don't think he's going to be overly happy about it. Platty's in the pits. Put on the mediums now, go to the end. He is down in 7th now. So Ross retakes the lead. Then Josh, 10-10, Wiggles, and Deflated Wee in 5th. Alpha Matty still in the softs, decided not to pit to change tyres there when he probably should have. So, not to watch Platty fighting through. He is on softer, fresher tyres, slightly fresher. Can he get the positions necessary? And really, if he'd pitted for hards in the first safety car, he'd still be up in 2nd, I think. I think he was 2nd. Samusel is left. We've got 5 retirements from this race. Chelsea, Hyper, Majestic, and both the Alfa Romeos, Sammy and Jason. They're both in good positions as well, so that is extremely disappointing for that team. What can we expect from the rest of this race? Aggression from Platty. Got half the race left to make up those positions. No one should need to pit again. But there's always a chance of another safety car, which... Why are they swapping positions? There is a chance of another safety car. We'll see. The Sun God will be looking to have a better race, but we're one position. He's one position away from a point, so it is worth carrying on. It is all bunched up. Basically a reset now. I say half the race to go. He could climb the order if he can basically keep the car pointing in the same direction, the right direction. As we get ready, the safety car is coming in. Ross leads him round the penultimate corner. When is he going to go? He's got the Williams of Josh, and now he's gone now. Oh, and 1010 is gone. 1010 is gone at the last corner and drops down to last. That's highly unfortunate. Deflated lead. Wiggles, third and fourth. We've got Marty. Oh, Marty's gone. Marty Nelson is fighting with Platty. Platty is up to fifth. He's got two spinners. But he is in a great position just now. Is over a second ahead of Josh. Wiggles, deflated wheel, changed positions with the safety car. And Platty hunting them all down. Platty with a penalty. Has to make up the ground, do the overtakes, and then get 3 seconds ahead. So we'll have DRS at the end of this lap. Some guys will be really hoping for, but deflated Wii is all over the back of Wiggles here. Some God has overtaken Alpha Marty after that spin. Some God in P9 trying to fight with Aquarius. The lower end of the points at this moment in time. We've got a spinner, and that's Marty. Wheel nerve. With the extra breadth and confidence, speed, see what you can do here. DRS will be given out at the end of this lap. Or maybe he doesn't need it. It's close enough, he can go around the outside. And he does. Is into the pits. This is to retire, or is he going to carry on? Probably worth carrying on. Fresh softs again. He does retire. So everyone that finishes now will be in the points. Platty closing in on his teammate. Is Wiggles going to get team orders? Faster driver, better tyres, better strategy. Both got penalties as well. DRS. Wiggles get DRS, no he didn't. But it might be relatively simple for Platty to get this move done anyway. It goes at the inside. Takes third place back. Now it's the hunt for the top two. Just over a second. To second place Josh. Josh has had a good race after the disappointment of the sprint qualifying. Wonder what he could have done if he had been in his position before that final lap incident. Starts 12, I think, running second. Definitely a good recovery. And pace was the fastest in the qualifying shootout bit. DRS, everyone in the top 4 behind Ross with DRS and defend. He's still got the inside, but not enough pace. Josh takes the lead. That's not close enough, but closing in. Definitely got a watchful eye over the top 2. 12.5 laps left. If he's going to get that 3 seconds advantage, he will have to make a move relatively soon. So close to Ross here. It's definitely in striking distance now. Definitely in DRS. Using DRS. Ross has DRS. Help defend this. Ross get close enough to remove. Flatty. No. Josh holds on. Doing a good defence. Sun God has got past Greg for P7. But the battle up front is definitely for most of the action has been. And still to be. Top 4 all bunched up. All hoping that DRS will actually move up the order a bit more, but obviously the 2 Ferraris have penalties. That has to be taken into account. Flatty a little bit further back behind Ross this time. Ross a little bit closer to Josh, so I'm going to assume that he's close enough to have a move. And there he is, round the outside. Lots of changes underneath here. Look at this. That's... whoa! Close. Flatty desperate to make a move up into closer, side by side. One's got the inside, one's got the racing line. Who gives up? Oh, and Wiggles gets through on Josh. That was fair driving. Hard driving here. Flatty looking for different positions as Wiggles gets another penalty. That's not going to help him. But yeah, different places to make the overtakes. I'm not sure, he's not close enough to Ross to get DRS this time. And he's used up so much DRS as Wiggles holds on just. Corrects that. And now the top 4 have all spread out. Plenty incidents, plenty attacks. Oh, 10-10. That's his 5-second penalty onto his 3 truck limits penalties. And it's 14 seconds. It was going so well for 10-10 earlier. But that spin coming out of the safety car period certainly did not help him, dropping him down to the back of the grid. The only one within DRS in this route is Clements and deflated Lee, so we'll stick with this battle. Actually not quite able to get back within that second of Ross. Like I say, it's hard to break that 1 second gap, like with the DRS. But if you can get outside it and keep pace, it is possible to stop them getting it. 8.5 laps left. Does Platty have enough? He's dropping back. He's losing time on this lap. But he's also losing chances to get that second and a bit to catch up. They overtake and then pull a 3-second advantage for the win. Once again, Clements in the Red Bull attacking the Aston Martin. Aston Martin leaves the door open. That's a Marsden move. It was probably going to happen regardless, so no point fighting that too hard. Josh is now closed up within a second. Platty must have made a mistake. He's lost about half a second there by the looks of it. That gives Josh some incentive to carry on and attack. Although if he just stays in that 3-second, he will get that second place anyway, but he may well want to fight for the lead if he can get back in front and catch Ross. But Ross pulling away over 2 seconds now. As Platty's tyre's gone. I don't remember the age life of the medium tyre, but Platty has definitely lost pace. Here comes Josh. Platty being very far over to the right then. Deflated V. Oh no, it is just lagging. He does get back past Clements with the aid of DRS. Wiggles there with 9 seconds of penalties. Will drop down the order as well. So Deflated Wee is really, he's fighting for 4th with well, Clements has got 3 seconds himself, so it's a nice wee battle. It is a 4th place. Potentially, there is still 6 laps of the 6 full laps at least. So plenty can happen. Of course, Josh knows that as he's spinning the last lap of sprint qualifying. We'll be hoping there's no replication of that. Not close referee on this time. But we'll stick with this battle up front. 2 seconds is the gap between first and second at this moment. The Williams sandwich in between the Ferraris. Yeah, the Ferraris both have penalties. So it's looking good for Josh if he can keep it clean out the barrier. It's looking really good for Ross. Down to the last handful of laps. Is there any movement? I mean, between the penalties, there's not a lot of wiggle room for attacking because there's so many penalties in between all the drivers that they might dictate what happens. So there we go, the commence still makes the move on the There's a little bit of a squirrely moment coming out, that the Aston Martin cannot return that position. Oh, deflated lead gets a penalty. So that will neutralise that battle for 5th. Or for his 4th, as Wiggles gets his 4th penalty. So this is the battle for 4th. Can the Sun God get close enough though? It's quite a big gap. 6 seconds. Really close enough to benefit from Wiggles' penalties though. Sun God effectively in 6th place at this moment. Deflated V retakes that position, but this could be a battle that goes to the end. Every DRS zone, deflated V and commence, swapping positions. But now without penalties it takes on more meaning. 10-10, up to 22 seconds of penalties as the car spins. But Villeneuve. Oh, Commence gets another penalty, so that does open the door for Sun God. He can find more than half a second, which he does immediately. Could be walking away with a 5th place finish. Yeah, penalty playing quite a hefty part in this proceedings. Ross and Josh and Sun God, all remaining team drivers at this moment. 2.5 laps left, and that's Commence. Maybe in the battle with deflated V this time. Lost out heavily and dropped 2 places as a result. The race coming into its yawn. It's not even been a boring race, so that is not why I did it. As Platty gets another penalty. I don't think it's going to affect him though. Probably only going to drop the same amount of positions as he does. Deflated V has got to catch up about a second to jump Platty in the penalties. At 8-9 tenths at this moment. But if Josh goes for a move and they start fighting, That's the sort of gaps that could come down enough. There we go, the Ferraris both getting interested. Josh goes through. Up into second place. Really where he would finish anyway with the penalties. Can he get with like that half a second to Ross to make a final attempt on that last DRS zone? Has he got enough pace on this lap? Wiggles pushing his teammate round. I like Platty might be struggling on tyres. Josh is so close to DRS. Is he going to get it? It looks like he's in. Actually did not get DRS. That's winning by the smallest of margins. So that's good for Ross. As Wiggles makes a move on his teammate. It is a big deficit in penalties as Wiggles has got 6 seconds extra. Will drop behind Platty and deflated Wee. And possibly Sundod. Possibly. There we go. We're gonna go on board with Ross. Let's watch Ross on his final lap. Let's have Josh with a little bit of safety behind back. I think Ross has had enough. For the last section of this race, he's had enough. One corner left as 10:10 takes the fastest lap. Final corner, here comes your race winner in the half. It is IIRL, followed by Josh. Then it's Platty. Wiggles does get beaten to 4th by deflated Wee. The Sun God also jumps Wiggles by the smallest margin, a 10th. That's such a little margin. Greg, P7, commence. He had that great battle with deflated Wee. Could have been up there in that 4th or 5th, barred the penalties and then that spin. There's 2 corners left. Pitted for softs. So pitted for softs to get that fastest lap, did not manage it. But Aquarius across the line, E9. And then 10:10, who's had one hell of a race as a stand-in. Was looking really promising at times, and then just fell apart massively following that the first safety car, as he wants to burn out over the line. Ever the showman. Hey day man, hit a blast from the back. Most certainly, but most likely just a one-off, just for today. It was a very last-minute thing. But how are you, day man? Did you watch the whole race? It was very entertaining. 2 races. Even the quali actually was a very competitive and interesting spectacle. And that brings an end to my first actual stream in very much a long time. IIRL, winner of Imola. But Josh, what a great recovery. 11th to 2nd. And if there's another couple of laps, I wouldn't have put it past him having a fight with Ross for that win. Platty, good value for the podium. If it wasn't for the penalties, went aggressive on tyres, maybe started to lose them at the end, but yeah, great race. But I'll leave it at that. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure joining you, and I hope you enjoyed listening to the nostalgia of me streaming again. If you are familiar with the old APS days, from when I did a lot of streaming. Next week will be later in this week. I think it's the Saturday will be the Formula 2 at Imola, and then of course the Sunday for the Assist Tier 2. It'll be nice to see you then. Won't be me streaming, but yes, I will leave it at that. Good night.